the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Center Parc Stadium in Atlanta, home to the Georgia State Panthers. As we'll see, the number 25 team in the country, the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Georgia State Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Georgia State will kick it off to get this game started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. Let's take a step back, talk big picture Coastal Carolina. Recruiting starting to pick up a little bit for them, Jesse. I'm sure you saw they got a 3-star quarterback last week. And for a program like this, that can be a great building block.
That was a massive win for them. There were so many bigger programs after this guy, and yet he ended up here. And because of that, he is now a key building block, not just for this offense, but for the team moving forward. Lots of people very excited.
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. To the air on first down. Trying to set up the screen. He makes the stop, and a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves him in second and manageable.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football.
There he goes. Inside the 30. 10. Touchdown, Georgia State. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
So the kick goes out of bounds, and the ball will be placed at the 40 to start this drive. They'll go to the ground. Runs through a tackle. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the shot to clears in a good spot here with second and short. The give on the option. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Looking for space, it's Banks. Shakes off the defender.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around, and this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking for a man. It's Dobbs. Got his man out of the backfield. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
And a really nice job by the defense winning 2nd down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good 3rd down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Rolling right and going deep. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
That is not good news for this offense, guys. I mean, the defense only brought 3 on that play. They were still able to get after the quarterback. This O-line has got to play better.
First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Got it in the middle. It's busted.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. The Panthers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. He'll get a fresh set it down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Looking for a deep man. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
You know, they say sometimes for quarterbacks the hardest throws to make are when the guy's wide open. How do you miss that throw if you're the QB? Just put air on it. You can underthrow it by 10 yards. That receiver would have come back and fielded a punt.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Man, how about that defense on the snap? They are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking downfield, it's Dobbs. Snagged in the middle, it's McCreary. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Here we go. The give to the left. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You want to stop a run game? Get the big defensive tackles in the middle, getting penetration. Those big boys eating up blocks, taking away gaps and holes for those running backs to run through.
Using his power and his sweet feet to get into the backfield quickly.
And you know you're athletic when you're described with power and sweet feet. I mean, just put those two things together and you're just pretty amazing.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Quick completion on the out route. He's out of bounds, and they'll say he got it to the 45.
He's out of bounds near the 45. 3rd down coming.
Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to buy time. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And you will always remember your first, and how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
Finds his man. It's Finley. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Firing to the right, complete. Turning it on. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field, that time...
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Hey, we know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone and the field shrinks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, exploding through, getting a long touchdown.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
The Chanticleers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Out of the gun, the give to the back. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Picks up 9. Brings up 2nd down.
And the Chanticleers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He'll pull it on the read. Running to Green. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
The Chanticleers are moving quickly down the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Forced out of the pocket. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
He's brought down at the 35. 2nd down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7.
Let's go.
Wants to go up top. Going for the big play. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Panthers. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense do it whenever they want.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. That's caught. It's Price. Breaks into the open. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can...
Oh, a lot of space. He'll get it all the way to the 13-yard line before he's forced out of bounds.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time, they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and tack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. The run from the shotgun. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And this offense has put a nice drive together. I don't mind the run on second down. We're not in a hurry. We actually want to use a lot of this clock, but more importantly, we want to punch this in the end zone. We want to cut into this lead, gain some momentum. We've struggled this first half, but we can end on a high note.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Back to throw, it's Dobbs. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Coastal! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
14.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Makes a move. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on first down. He uncorks one deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, there's something you don't see very often. The quarterback overthrowing that guy with his type of speed. There aren't a lot of dudes that have the arm talent to overthrow him, but somehow we just saw it happen right there.
Behind the chains now on second and long. The offense changing the play. Toss to the outside. Creates a little room. Makes it past the marker. There he goes. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Panthers. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Tennessee is on top, but it's not like Peyton Manning or T. Martin are playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 4 over Texas A&M. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And some room to work. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Scanning the field, it's Dobbs. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. They use that sideline as a defender and get him out of bounds at the 36.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
And the shot to clears will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Going to take a shot at this DB. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their 3rd possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them. They get the incompletion. But if I'm this quarterback, I'm still throwing it deep.
The give to the back. Hard running there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The shot that clears are facing 3rd and inches.
Here we go.
They'll try to get the first through the air. Sets up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. And the shot that clears will try to convert on 4th down. Trying to keep this drive alive. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. Might be calling a hot route. They'll start this drive going to the air. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the 1st half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. It's complete to the right. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
And that's a great play call by the offensive coordinator because that play is essentially the extension of a sweep play. You're getting your running back an extra touch to the perimeter of the field, so now he can go to work in open space.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Georgia State. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all 1st half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive.
Coastal Carolina, 14.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Unleashes it. Complete to the left. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Throws to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Coastal Carolina.
The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway.
Kick it away.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback.
First and 10.
Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Get it out on the screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense on that play, sniffing out the screen pass. They had their eye on the ball. They were able to rally to the running back, a gain of no yards.
So now it's second and long. Back to pass. Makes the grab on the left. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And the Panthers come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw on third down. Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, the defense just has not had an answer for this guy working out of the slot so far. Man coverage has been tricky. He's beaten them in zone. You might want to think about bracketing him where you've got a defender on the outside and the inside to see if you can force the quarterback to go somewhere else with the ball.
Georgia State ready to go with another 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. There he goes. Inside the touchdown, Georgia State. Once he got some room, it was over.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
He was bold to bring that thing out of the end zone, but he'll go out of bounds at the 17-yard line. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. Back to pass. It's Dobbs. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Sprinting away. He almost took it the distance, and they get him out of bounds at the 26-yard line.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react now. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So that big passing play opens up this whole offense.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his second PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. He's got an open man. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
They're working that left side. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on second and goal from the 6. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
I love the timing on the jet sweep there. The quarterback snapped it at the perfect moment. He can give it right away to the receiver to get outside, get around the defensive end, and start getting upfield.
Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, shot to clear. And they take it in for 6 more points. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt, first half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass.
Well, great job by the hands team receiving there. They're able to spot the kick, fall on it, make sure they keep possession, secure it. Nice job.
Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. Quickly out to the tight end. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks. Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Here comes the option. Power football with the run. Oh, he's got some space. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Panthers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. From the gun, running back on the move. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
This Georgia State offense ready to go with another first down.
Here we go, here we go.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Takes the easy one to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Handoff from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
Now facing a 3rd and long.
Let's go, let's go.
Looking to throw. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Splits the uprights. Good. And that will extend their lead even further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big one in the Big 12, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Baylor has the lead right now, but even though we've heard sick 'em a bunch, this has been a nip-and-tuck affair inside McLean Stadium. They're up by a field goal over Utah. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else in college football.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. The shot that clears want to move quickly.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Dobbs. Working that left side now. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did.
And that's the look in man coverage you can throw the hitch route against, right? When the receiver's got a little bit of access, so he's got some room to work with. Against press, you're risking a pick six. So good decision there by the Q, knowing that was a good look to throw into.
Man, that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient, throwing that strike.
Still looking on the move. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Bringing it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point, and he was able to come away with the pick.
Looking to throw on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. And the pass falls incomplete, and we have played 3 quarters. That's the end of the quarter. Georgia State has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One final period to play, and we'll see who can grab that W as we start the 4th. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Might be changing the route. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Picks up the first down. Still on his feet. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Panthers. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Grabbed in the backfield, it's McCreary. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. To the air, it's Dobbs. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab outside, it's McCreary. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. And the shot to clear has come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this.
Turning it on. Touchdown, Panthers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory.
pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. The Chanticleers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Quarterback keeper. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. They'll move the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Dobbs. He'll take a deep shot here. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina. And they take it in for 6 more points.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. They're getting blown out in this game.
The extra point is blocked. Picks it up. That's a live ball. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6.
Coastal Carolina, 27.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Leaves it with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
To the air, it's Dobbs. Pocket breaking down. Slings it downfield. Connection to the right. Breaks into the open. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over, and maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the catch, it's Price. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Caught close to the marker, it's McCreary. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You know, you're seeing in college football now with spread offense and tempo and air raid, we're seeing more and more 400-yard days, but I can't remember the last time I've seen one look as impressive as this guy has played today, David. He has been on fire.
And it's so annoying now because all the quick game is so good, and then you take shots when you get matchups, and you see tight ends now that move like wide receivers and running backs that move like receivers. There's so many ways that quarterbacks can hurt you now, and he showed all of it today.
Fires toward the end zone. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Backing up and backing up on the first 2 plays now to try to throw it in drive on 3rd down. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of